And hello folks, this is your old pal Uncle Al. So far, in another couple of weeks, we're going to be end of this year, 2022, and it'll be start of 2023. Now, a lot of you don't understand that'll be the 5th month, January, of the dark winter. Okay? Now, people throw around this term loosely. Now, right now, we're having 7 months of hell. Inflation stalled at 7%. They still spend money recklessly. You should play Airwolf or Paint It Black every time you see a Democrat, liberal, or socialist in all the colleges. Okay? Anarchists, I know they'll like it. Everybody else will be freaking out. Okay? Remember, dark winter. And again, government, mass media, social media, your point of the world yourself. So don't get buried, all right? Keep an open mind. Now, unless Brandon goes into the light, go into the light, Brandon. We'll have a hard winter from 2023 to 2024. Real bad USA third world nation. Okay? If Brandon doesn't go into the light, Brandon, it's going to be a harsh winter. 2023, 7 months of starvation. What the hell did I wrote that on? 7 months of inflation, madness, and crime. Okay? Yeah, I can't read my own handwriting. Okay, if Brendan doesn't go into the light, it's 7 months of starvation and madness and crime. That's the harsh winter when people are breaking down your doors. They don't care, they're nuts. And then right before the election, the black winter, 2024 to 2025. 7 months of madness, political fighting, and cannibalism. But once they finish off your neighbor's cat, guess who they're coming after? Where's your kid? Little survivalist humor. Now go check out Prepping by Faith. Faith did a good number. Gotta get paid for it. Prepping by Faith did a really good one on what they're experimenting, goofing around, planning to do, and Bill Gates. Go check out her video on that. It's very good. We are surrounded by evil. All right? It takes good people of good moral characters to stop this. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are like Lord Intelligentsia and that crowd. I really hate those guys. So anyway, people were asking me about Robert Heinlein and his article. This was printed in 1945. You can read Free Dominion. That's a website. Voice of Conservative Canada. All right. Now, this article came out in Collier's. It's like Life magazine. I'm predating myself. And I have to use a magnifying glass. It's an article written by Robert Heinlein, The Art of Staying Alive in the Atomic Age. Have you thought about your life insurance lately? Wait, sit back down. We won't sell you any insurance, basically the line says. Now, Hubble's cat did this and read it better because he has better eyesight. Let's put it another way. How's your pioneer blood these days? Reflexes are in good shape? Half of you, no. Me, it's really bad. Okay, muscle tone good? Yeah, I could still throw somebody over my shoulder. Do you take a taxi to go 6 blocks? In our present day, not 1945, you'll take an Uber or get a Lyft or something like that. How are you catching rabbits? The old recipe goes: first catch a rabbit, and your supper depends on you catching a rabbit. Okay, that's without a gun, folks. Then build a fire without matches, and then there's cooking it. What kind of shape are you in after? Will you be in after the corner deli is atomized? So basically, a lot of people get Grubhub and they don't have any means to cook a rabbit. Now, if it was Uncle Alan, it's not a problem. I kill the rabbit any means possible. And two, I know how to butcher rabbits. I've been doing it all my life. All I need is a pocket knife. Unfortunately, half of you don't carry one. When a committee of senators asked Robert J. Oppenheimer whether or not a single attack on USA would kill 40 million people, and he testified, "I'm afraid it's true." Now, this was atomic bombs, not hydrogen, atomic bombs, and most of the targets were on the East Coast. So 40 million people is a good estimate. This is not an article about making atomic bombs safe for democracy. This is an article about you, and you can avoid being one of the 40 million knocked off in the first attack in World War III. If worse comes to worse, you can live throughout the next war, the aftermath, and build a new life. If you have been reading the newspaper, you are aware that World War III, if it ever comes, expect to start with an all-out surprise attack by long distance by atomic bombings of American cities. General Marshall's final report included this assumption. General Arnold, as the Air Force guy, soon to be General Arnold warned us against such an attack. General Spaz. Now, Spaz has an interesting history. General Spaz used to be working for the chemical division. I can't remember it. You have to check on General Spaz. That's Spaatz. Okay? Has described and told us that almost impossible to ward it off if ever it comes. Invulnerable scientists, especially the boys who built the first atomic bomb, warned us of it. Okay, from newspapers you have gathered the world affairs not in the best shape. Again, Balkans, not in the best shape. Balkans, India, Palestine, Israel, Iran, Argentina, Spain, China, East Indies, except the UNO does not seem to yet has a stranglehold on all the problems that would lead to another conflict. This is written in 1945, folks. 1945 by Robert J. Heinlein. Okay, Hubble's Cat does a better reading of it. Okay. It may not be the time we will be forming a real world state strong enough to control the atom bomb. If you are sure there will be never a war again, don't let me waste your time. But if you think there's a possible another Hitler, or derogatory term, Chojo, that might get their hold of atomic bomb and try his luck, then bend a ear and we'll talk how you and your kids can live through it. We'll start with the grisly assumption that war will come, and that come will fast and hard. It will come, killing 40 million people or so at once. Okay, destroying major cities, wrecking most of our industry, utterly disorganizing the rest. Now you gotta remember, this is 1945. Most of the west, past east of Mississippi, was not populated well. not until the 50s and 60s. And also all industry was still on the East Coast and central states. Wrecking our industry, we don't have to worry, it's already wrecked. And utterly disorganizing the rest. We did it to ourselves. So that's 1945. We will assume a complete breakdown of government and communication will throw the survivors, that's you, survivors, that's you, chum, down on their own as completely as ever, like Daniel Boone. No government remembers that the United States will cease to exist except for historical sense. You will be on your own. Let's see. No, with no one to tell you what to do, no policeman on the corner to turn for protection, and you will be surrounded with dangerous carnivores worse than grizzlies that Daniel Boone tagled the two-legged one kind. Now, that one, he's correct. The two-legged kind, if you get 2 weeks and you have a radioactive, crazy person after you, that's the most dangerous kind. Okay? Let's see. That Daniel Boone ever attacked it. Okay? That is true. Now, it's going to take the government sometimes to get back, but we're going to stop right there. This is a long document. Yeah, this is a long document. But we stop right there, and I take a chance. You could look it up. You could also go through the Heinlein's historical files. They do have this article. Do your own research. Check it out. It's a very interesting article. A guy has a lot of sense. He was a naval officer, a scientific officer, a naval officer, an engineer, a science officer, and a few other things. He wrote, he taught. He's an excellent speaker. If you see on YouTube, he's an excellent orator. And he suffered through a lot of things in his life. And he served in the Navy. Okay? I trust this man. Okay? I tell a lot of people, read his books. And if you can, try to read this article. Okay? I got this from a friend who printed it off from the Free Dominion of Canada. I had to go all the way to Canada. But check it out. I got that printing in 2012 or 11, one of those dates. Bit fuzzy. Okay, folks? And like I said, the other thing a lot of kids don't carry nowadays, Generation Z, is a Zippo or a Bic. Because, ooh, smoking's bad. I don't smoke anymore, but I do carry this for making fire. Okay, folks, I'll catch you later. You have a nice evening. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. Remember, long live the Republic. Do something nice during Christmas. Volunteer, help out, spread the good word. Be a nice person. Long live the Republic, and I'll be seeing you. Merry Christmas, folks.